Alright guys, so I beat up Executioner quite a bit, and I squashed him on accident, so then I had to replace him with this younger brother who is actually more agile and a lot speedier. So this one is Jolly Nature. He is really fast, and he doesn't hit as hard as his older brother, but you know, it's still good enough for me. I'm using that the secondary team that I had running, which was Swords Dancing and Infernape, instead of Fire Punch. I think it had. I think Gengar is the same. Watermelon might be the same. Latias should be the same, and so is Samurai. I gave him Defog. I don't think actually I had that before. I think I was running Stealth Rocks. I don't actually remember. So Defog's all Toxic Ice Beam, whatever. Just a kind of a stally, but you know, hard-hitting Amon. My Infernape, I thought it was pretty unique, but I started looking into more Pokemon battles, and apparently a lot of people run Focus Sash, so I am kind of scared of other Focus Sash Jolly Nature Infernapes, because then it really messes up my Infernape. I think I start out with Watermelon. I think he might start out with that Beedrill, to be honest. If he goes out with Starmie, nice play. But no, yeah, he's gonna start with this Rock Steel thing. He does not want to take an Earthquake, so I'm just gonna go for the Stealth Rocks, and yeah, he's gonna want to swap out here, expecting that Earthquake, but I just go with the Stealth Rocks. I don't know what this thing's gonna want to do to me, and I'm just gonna go into Samurai. Samurai doesn't really want to take an attack from this thing, that's the thing. Latias definitely does not want to take an attack. I'm gonna go into Samurai maybe to tank something. I might have to change Samurai to be a little more bulky. As far as special defense goes, he does outspeed me, which is a problem, and he might stay in here and just take me out, which I think I'm gonna have to let happen anyways. But now I get to send out my Executioner, and he's gonna want to swap out here. I know he's not gonna stay in here, and I'm just gonna go for the U-turn. I don't know what he's gonna want to swap out into though, but I'm gonna go for the, yeah, so Dual Blade is a good swap in, but I just go for the U-turn just for a nice chip damage. He is Steel Ghost. I could send out this thing. Infernape doesn't touch this thing, but I can send him out just to scare him off, I guess. But I think I just go into Watermelon, and then I should just go to Colgate, and then I go for the Shadow Ball. Yeah, maybe, is that the right play? I just go for the Shadow Ball and then just hit this thing hard. Just go for the Shadow Sting, which nearly takes me out. My goodness. And I just take him out. I don't know what item he was running. I don't know if it would have lived if it was Eviolite, to be honest. I didn't even consider an Eviolite variant. That could have actually really messed me up. Beedrill comes in. I am scared of this thing, but I can't do anything but just let this thing Fell Stinger. Okay, that was dangerous. But it gets disabled, which is fine. And then I'm gonna send out my Infernape, and I'm gonna go for the Fake Out here. He's gonna want to like swap out, I'm assuming. Yeah, go for the Fake Out, and then he's gonna outspeed me, so I think actually I go for the Close Combat here. Yeah, go for the Close Combat. Goes for the Poison Jab. Takes me down my sash. I hope I don't get poisoned. I get poisoned, of course I do. But I go for the Close Combat, and it doesn't take him out. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my gosh, that poison was sick. I actually go to Watermelon. Unfortunately, there's not really much I can do, and then I'm just gonna go for, I can go for the Earthquake. I can also just go for the Stone Edge. I think that's what I go. Yeah, I think he's gonna swap out into Hydreigon though, and if he goes into Hydreigon, that's nasty. Yeah, he goes for the knockoff. Just gets rid of my leftovers, which is fine, but then I get rid of him with Stone Edge. Damn, this team is struggling right now, dude. I think it's just the more I go up in the tier, I probably go against better players, better teams. And that's definitely something I struggle with. I'm gonna swap onto Latias, unless he goes for an Ice Beam. I think Ice Beam actually would have been a really smart play, but I know I can't take an Ice Beam. I cannot, though, take 2 Ice Beams. So I'm gonna go for the Wish here. Actually, I'm gonna go for the Light Screen. Hydreigon's kind of an issue. Oh, he's gonna go into this thing. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna go for the Light Screen here, and then I'm just gonna swap out into. Actually, I'm gonna go for the Wish. I'm gonna go for the Wish, and then swap out into my Watermelon, and then see what goes on from here. I don't know if he's gonna expect the Protect or not. I'm just gonna swap out anyways. Let's hope he tries to do some other setup moves. He's gonna go for the Toxic. That's fine because I get the Wish up, and I go higher health. I could predict the Hydreigon to come in. I'm predicting the Hydreigon to come in. There's no way he would stay in here unless he predicts that. Yeah, so Hydreigon comes in, and then I'm just gonna go for the U-turn here and then knock it out. I could even just go for an X Scissor on whatever comes in on me, which I don't think anything wants to take an X Scissor to the face. So I'm gonna go for the X Scissor. Yeah, just knock him out. And then no matter what comes in, I do outspeed unless something is scarfed. The Skarmy is screaming scarf at me right now, dude. And then I just go for, I'm gonna go for the X Scissor anyways. Yep, okay, it gets rid of those things. It is scarfed, but I did get rid of it, which is fine. Do I just clean up with Executioner here? Oh, that's why. It's 100%. It's 100% sashed. So I'm gonna send out Watermelon, which doesn't really care too much because I know my Executioner gets rid of the Ultra Beast anyways. He's going for the Fire Punch, which doesn't do too much, but the Toxic does take me out after this turn. I'm gonna go for the Slack Off anyways here. Actually, I'm gonna go for the Earthquake, just take him out in case, and that would be really nice. Yeah, so it's gonna hit him really hard if it doesn't take him out, and it does take him out, and then Watermelon just goes down here, and he forfeited, and he forfeits. Oh man, I talk Beedrill up so much just because I love him so much. If he was a man, I would definitely suck him off. I'm sorry, is that gay? No homo, guys. But I would. Here we see another Mega Beedrill. Of course, the best Mega in the game. But I think I'm gonna start out with Mega Beedrill and just go for U-turn right off the bat. Get my Mega up. He's gonna go for Starmie. Unless this thing is Scarf, I think I'm just gonna go for the U-turn anyways. I don't think it can take me out. I'm scared here. It goes, yeah, it just takes him out with the U-turn. Straight off the bat, you guys has a Rocky Helmet. And I'm just sending out Watermelon potentially, or just Infernape, and just kind of mess this team up. Just go hyper offensive right off the bat. That's the thing, this team is, oh shit, Gligar is kind of dangerous. I'm gonna go for the Fake Out here. I don't know what this thing might want to do, to be honest. You go for a Toxic, it could be like a really stally set. I'm just gonna go into Samurai and then just go for an Ice Beam here. I think this, he's gonna go for the Stealth Rocks, which is terrible, but I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam. I think what I'm learning now is that I want to get rid of the Stealth Rocks setter before I get rid of the Stealth Rocks. I think that's important. It does suck that I lost my, what's it called? My leftovers. But I get rid of the Stealth Rocks. That's fine. He goes for the knockoff. I guess he expected me to swap. I'm just going to go for a Scald here, to be honest. There's no reason not to. It was kind of interesting that he stayed. Okay, he's going to swap out here. Going to Mammoth gets hit with the Scald, which does so much damage. Oh my gosh. This thing does outspeed me, I do believe. I'm going to go into Latias. He's probably going to go for an Earthquake here. If he goes for like an Ice Beam or like an Ice Move, really smart play. But I'm just going to expect him to... I don't know. I'm going to go for the Psychic, and this is going to take out Beedrill. And wow, so he's just making bad plays, dude. I'm not going to be surprised if he just forfeits here. I'm predicting him pretty hard. I'm gonna go, unless this thing was like choice or something, that could be a thing. But I just get rid of Mamoswine. I do get hit pretty hard. Ice Shard is physical, right? And then this thing is a Poison Dark. I am pretty confident for the rest of this team, so I'm just gonna go for the Draco Meter and just do as much damage. That is a crit, which is nice, and he's probably just gonna take me out with a knockoff, which is, I don't really care, to be honest. Oh, I have leftovers. I have that light screen. And then I just go into Executioner and just kind of clean up, I think. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Just go for Executioner and go for Drill Run. And then just do hit 2 Drill Runs and then just win the match. If for some reason the Nidoking is sashed, I do have Infernape in the back. And I can just fake it out and then just go for a Mach Punch. And then that's game. So GG, I think he's just stalling. No, he's not. Oh, damn, he barely just takes it. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. But I'm gonna go into my Infernape and then just go for the Fake Out and then just win here. So that was a good match. Good match. And he just left right away. Didn't even see my GG. He definitely did not play GG. So Choice Specs is nice and all, but I think I'm going Choice Scarf. And the reason I'm going Choice Scarf is so I can handle those Aerodactyls when they are speedy, and I can also handle Executioner when they are speedy. I think instead of Dark Pulse, I'm gonna give it Psychic, to be honest. Does this thing get Psychic? Yeah, I swear I got Psychic. So I'm giving it Psychic and Thunderbolt, and it's just to handle those faster Executioners and Aerodactyls, because my team really struggles to take care of them. Infernape kinda does some work to them, but overall not really. And instead of giving it Swords Dance, I'm gonna give it actually a Fire Punch, just because I get walled by other Mega Beedrills if they do take me down with my Sash, but I also get walled by any kind of Ghost type Pokemon. I'm looking for a knockoff here. I don't think this thing does get knockoff, but yeah, it doesn't get knockoff, so I'm gonna have to go for Fire Punch. I'm okay with Fire Punch. I mean, I do get that Iron Fist boost, which is really nice, so I think that's what I'm gonna go for. I think that's the only change I'm really making on this team. And then I'm just gonna go for another battle here. A Mega Aerodactyl, as usual. Usually I see a lot of Mega Aerodactyls and Mega Beedrills. Scarf Gengar is actually really smart on me. I take full credit for making that choice. And I'm assuming maybe he starts out with Uxie, to be honest, and try to get off the, what's it called, Stealth Rocks? Does the thing get Stealth Rocks? I think it does. I know one of the 3 does. No, I started out with Infernape. That's not at all what I wanted. I meant to start out with Beedrill. Darn it. Wrong lead. But I do get Fake Out on it, which is fine. And I'm just going to send out... Dude, if he goes for Psychic here, that's actually really bad. But I'm assuming Stealth Rocks, to be honest. I also have a very... yeah, all my hyper offensive part of my team also has a really tough time handling, what's it called? Psychic type Pokemon. If he takes me out with the Psychic, I'm quitting. But no, he doesn't. Okay, he's just going to go for that. Stealth Rocks, and that's fine. I'm going to go for the U-turn here. Or I think he's going to want to swap out anyways. Maybe I'm assuming into the Aerodactyl. So I'm going to go for the U-turn. Oh, he's going to stay in here. But it doesn't take him out. He barely just takes that. It takes it really well. So what I'm going to swap out into is probably going to go for a Psychic, probably. Because Infernape does have higher special defense. I don't want to go into Latias because I have a feeling that's probably not the best idea. To set up Reflect, I'm going to go for the Scald here. He's going to go for the Reflect again. I guess he meant to click Light Screen, which actually really sucks. That really is terrible, to be honest. Because that would have given him a lot of a big advantage over me. I'm going to go for the Scald here. He's going to go for the Swords Dance. Hopefully I get the burn. And that's going to do some pretty big damage. It gets poisoned though. And I'm just going to go for the Defog. Hopefully this doesn't take me out. Close Combat. Ooh, I didn't think this thing could get Close Combat. And then goes for the Toxic. I'm going to send out Watermelon. This thing is not that fast though, to be honest. So I think I'm just going to send out Executioner and go for the U-turn. This thing does outspeed my Watermelon. But I think I'm just going to go Executioner for the safe play. Those Stealth Rocks really do hurt. And unfortunately, I can't get rid of them anymore. So I think I could just go for an X-Scissor as well. Just hit this thing really hard. Yeah, X-Scissor. No. Man, I don't know. I don't know if a U-turn or X-Scissor will even take it out. Oh, he's got Quick Attack. Oof, smart play. So now my biggest threat against this guy is out of the way, and I'm just going to go for a Slack Off. I don't know if he'll be able to take me out. I think he might be able to just hurt me really hard, but I go for the Slack Off, and then the Toxic plus the Sandstorm is going to hurt him pretty hard. It doesn't take him out, unfortunately, and I'm just going to go for my own Stealth Rocks. Or I should go for the Stealth Rocks, to be honest. It's probably my best bet. I should have probably just gone for the Earthquake, to be honest, but to be honest, I wasn't really thinking all that well, but I did get the Stealth Rocks up, which that Aerodactyl is not going to enjoy. I should have slacked off again, to be honest. So Aerodactyl comes out, but unfortunately I can't do anything. I'm going to have to go for the Stone Edge here. I could just go for Slack Off. I don't know if a Thunderbolt will actually even take Aerodactyl out. I didn't run Stealth or a Damage Calc. Still for the Home Claws, which is really scary. But I go for the Slack Off. I am pretty bulky. This is my defense wall. Goes for the Aqua Tail, which does massive damage. I think that's going to throw me out, right? And then that should... Oh, that does so much damage, dude. That does a lot of damage. And then I'm just going to go into... Do I want to swap out into Latias? Does Latias care about Aqua Tail? I know I resist it, but I do have more defense on this thing. And it's got plus attack. I'm just going for another Stone Edge, to be honest. I like worrying about like a Home Claws. And then I send out Colgate. And then I just go for a Thunderbolt here. Or I can't go for the Shadow Ball. I thought about going for the Shadow Ball in case he wants to swap out into Metagross. But if he does that, then he could swap out into Lanoon, which could potentially take the Shadow Ball and like not care about it. So I'm gonna have to swap out here and go into Latias. I think I did put Fire Punch on Infernape, so I should be able. I don't know if I'll actually be able to take this thing out. It goes for the Agility. I do have Light Screen, which is unfortunate. I wish I did have he's gonna go for the Home Claws. I'm just gonna go for the Wish, and then I'm going to go for the. I could go for Psychic, or I can go for. I could go into Colgate, and then just Shadow Ball's gonna do a lot of damage. I'm just gonna go for Draco Meteor. He's gonna go for the Meteor Mash, which does not take me out. He just barely hangs on. But I'm gonna get my Wish up, and then I'm gonna go for another Wish. But he could predict that, and he could go for another Meteor Mash, which Colgate would not enjoy, to be honest. So I'm gonna go for another Meteor Mash. He just takes me out. Gosh darn it. And then I just go into Colgate, and then I Shadow Ball here. I hope he doesn't predict that, because that would be terrible if he does. Shadow Ball takes him out. Perfect. But now I gotta swap out into my Lanoon because of Scizor, or maybe he swaps into Scizor. Interesting. I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball again, to be honest. This is gonna hit him pretty hard. And he's going for a Swords Dance, but I guess he's gonna try to go for that Bullet Punch. I don't know if Bullet Punch will take me out though. Oh, it barely just takes me out. Fuck. Ah, okay, this is close. All right, I go for the Fake Out here. He has no idea how Fake Out. Scizor could potentially just not care about a Mach Punch. Mach Punch should take it out though, right? Yeah, Mach Punch takes it out. Lanoon comes in here. Damn, this is close. But I do outspeed this thing unless this thing is scarfed for some reason. And I'm just gonna go for the Close Combat and then just take this out, hoping that this thing is definitely not scarfed.
But even if it is scarfed, extreme speed. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. But I did take him out. Nice. Alright, that was actually a lot tighter match than I thought. I honestly thought I was gonna lose that one. He just quits, right? Like, they just quit right away, dude. Like, they don't even say GG. This guy's salty, bro. My Gengar being scarfed actually saved me. I mean, so I literally just scarfed him prior to this battle, and it actually saved me. So, we got rid of that Aerodactyl, which I don't think I would have been able to survive that with the South Rocks up. So getting rid of the Aerodactyl was huge. And then I was able to Shadow Ball that Metagross. Did I one-shot it? I don't remember. He just hit me like right off the bat, right? If he just kept like hitting me, attacking, dealing damage instead of setting up constantly throughout like different mons, I think he could have actually potentially won that match. But I think Metagross going for Home Claws wasn't really necessary. I think Metagross kind of like walled my team pretty well, except for Gengar. And I think Gengar being scarfed actually helped me out because I was able to take him out with that Shadow Ball. And if I don't know if he was running Earthquake or whatnot, but if he wasn't running Earthquake, he would have just taken out my Gengar, dude, to be honest. If he sent out Lanoon, like, I think he would have won too. I think him sending out Scizor for the sweep, I think is what cost him. I think he got greedy. I think he wanted that Scizor sweep really badly. But he should have sent out Lanoon because unless he only had normal type moves, I don't know what he had. I don't even think, yeah, he only had extreme speed that I saw anyways. So it could have been that he didn't have anything to check Gengar with. But the thing is, if he sent out Lanoon, I would have had to swap out because I couldn't touch him. And there's no way I would have known that he couldn't touch me either. And if he gone for extreme speed or whatever, I could have just assumed that he predicted me, you know. I don't know. That was a really close match. I honestly thought that was it. I thought I was gonna lose that one. So it was nice that I was able to clutch that win. Yeah, that'll do it for today. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked this video yet, please like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, give me a fat white kiss on the lips.